I am Rahini. I am one of the core members of the Healing Clinic Collective. I am wearing white today. My skin is olive tan colored. I have facial markings on my forehead, shaved head with a tuft, and my hair is salt and pepper. I have lots of green trees behind me. And I'm honored to be opening the space for this very, very important circle that we're having today for our TGNC Two-Spirit relatives to be more respected, more loved, more honored, right? And more seen in the ways that they want to be seen. So I'm going to open the directions for us. And many of you may know what opening directions is. And for those that don't, essentially I'm honoring the directions. Many traditions do this. Many indigenous traditions do this. We honor the directions, the east, the south, the west, the north, and there's many different ways of doing it as well. And I'm going to do it the way that I was taught. Okay. So if you know where the directions are actually in your space, that's wonderful. If you know where the east is, we're starting there, and then we're going to circle around to the right, to the south, to the west, to the north, above, below, center. You can follow those directions in your space. If you don't know where those directions are in your space, that's okay. They exist within you, and they all meet right in your heart center. So just put all of your attention there on your heart center, okay, as I open these directions. And also, before we even start with the East, I want to just acknowledge the history, here at the Healing Clinic Collective, in particular, where what Carla spoke about, where there was a trans relative who did not see themselves reflected, and the ways and the history that we have where we haven't seen ourselves reflected here at the HCC. And how we're addressing that now and looking at the ways that the HCC was blind, right? And we all have these blind spots. We all have them. And this is why we're here today, to open up our eyes, to open our eyes and come correct, right? And see each other and reflect to each other the honor, the respect that we deserve. I am a two-spirit person, and I'm grateful for this circle and for all of you that have showed up today to work on this, because we all need to work on this. It's a big undoing of colonization, right? A big undoing of these thoughts and ways that are in our minds, in our psyches, that need to be purged and cleansed, right? So take a deep breath with me. Take a deep breath, right? Because this is big, beautiful work, right? Big, beautiful work. And sometimes we might feel lots of things come up here today, right? So take a deep breath again. Just feeling that air moving through, it's cleansing. And in each moment, if anything comes up in this circle today, remember the breath. Remember your breath. Remember to take that breath. And let us open the directions now. I'm going to put my screen onto this candle burning here, these flores burning here, this calendula, this tobacco, some copal for us. To the east direction, we give thanks for this opportunity, this new day, the new day that you give us, the illumination that you bring us. May our minds and our hearts be illuminated today in this circle. Be illuminated. May we learn. May we take in the wisdom of those that have come today to facilitate for us and help us to walk in a good way with our TGNC True Spirit relatives. We give thanks for the light. Aho, Ashe, Omete. And to that south direction, the place of our children. We especially today, we pray for our TGNC Two Spirit children out there who are not being seen, who are not being cared for. We pray for those children, that they be held, that they be seen, that they be supported, that they have an elder to reach out to. Yes. And also for the children within each of us, those that are present here, myself included. Those children within us that were rejected, that were hurt, that were not seen, that still today carry triggers and traumas. Holding that, may we hold ourselves, our own children inside of ourselves for all the ways that it needs to be held, for all the ways that the adults in our lives maybe didn't show up. We give thanks for that energy of the South. Aho, Ashe, and Ometeo. And that west direction, that place of introspection. This is an opportunity today to look within yourself in the ways that maybe you were ignorant, in the ways that maybe you didn't realize, in the ways that maybe you forgot, in the ways that now, how can I show up now? How can I show up now for my TGNC True Spirit relatives? What is it that I've done, and how can I correct it? And how can I show up in the best way possible? Reflection, bringing in that energy of reflection today. Giving thanks for that energy, honoring it. Aho, Ashe, Ometeo. And to the north direction, that place of the ancestors. We give thanks to those ancestors, those TGNC Two Spirit ancestors, those ancestors that during those times of colonization were not understood, and were one of the first to be harmed. We honor those ancestors, we honor their lives. And we honor the lives of all now, the lives that are being taken now, today, especially our Black, trans women. We want to honor their lives that were taken too soon. All of the lives of those ones that were taken, we honor them. We lift them up. And we honor the ancestors of the lands that we live on. Yes, the lands that we live in. I am on here on Ohlone territory. So grateful that HCC comes to you from Ohlone territory, our Ohlone relatives. We give thanks to Karina Gold, one of the Ohlone elders who here does so much work for visibility and land and the people, her people. Also give thanks to your ancestors, your blood ancestors. I give thanks to my Boricua ancestors, my Taino ancestors, my African ancestors, my Spanish ancestors. Give thanks to your ancestors that brought you here today to this circle. Give thanks to them. Thanks to all the ancestors. Aho, Ashe, Ometeo. And those energies above us, those energies above, that expansiveness, may we expand our consciousness and our understanding. May we expand, welcoming that energy, welcoming it, bringing it down. Aho, ashe, ometeo. And those energies below, Madre Tierra, Donatzin, Pachamama, so many names that we have for her, this earth, this beautiful earth, all the medicines that she gives us, the herbs, the foods, everything, the beauty. We give thanks. May that earth medicine ground us today in all that we are to be with in this circle. Aho, ashe, ometeo. And that heart center where all the directions meet, our own hearts. That great mystery where the paradoxes reside. We give thanks for those paradoxes, and we do our best to understand them, and we trust in the great mystery and the unfolding of things. Yes, we do, and we keep our hearts today. May our hearts be open. May our hearts be open to take in the medicine that is here for us today. May we be open to understand, to have compassion, to hear each other. Giving thanks for our hearts and each other's hearts. Aho, ashe, ometeo. And I just want to acknowledge those in-between directions between the east and the south, between the south and the west, between the west and the north, between the north and the east, those in-between directions. Those are the places where our TGNC, Two-Spirit, ancestors and relatives and energies reside in those in-between places. We honor those in-between places, those beautiful places. Yes, we do. Give thanks for them. Aho, ashe, ometeo. And again, taking a big, deep breath all the way into your belly, filling it up. And all the way out. 2 more of those. And feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your hands, giving thanks for your body, for this vessel, giving thanks. I want to also mention Sara and Andrea, because I forgot to mention them. 2 people in the organization who were very instrumental in bringing this circle together. Aho, ashe, ometeo. Thank you all.